As is our custom, we ask an outstanding graduate to respond on behalf of the class. This afternoon, we're pleased to have Nathan Welch as your responder. As Nathan comes forward, I will share with you some information about him. He is a native of Seal Beach, California, and is receiving his Bachelor of Science degree in Aviation Technology. Nathan served as president of the Mortarboard Senior Honor Society. He has been both the treasurer and a senator for Purdue Student Government and vice president and philanthropy chair for Delta Chi fraternity. He was a junior member of the Purdue Foundation Student Board, as well as a student representative for the Purdue Recreational Sports Architecture Board of Directors. He has received several honors and awards at Purdue, including the Charles O. McGahee Leadership Award and the U.S. Army Scholar Athlete Award. He was named Purdue's Homecoming King last fall, holds the Eagle Scout rank in the Boy Scouts of America, and has achieved a black belt in karate. We're friends. Nathan will be commissioned as a second lieutenant in the United States Air Force and will enter flight training this fall. Please welcome Nathan Welch.
Well, the president's afraid of me. All right, well, thank you, President Cordova. Family, friends, faculty, and distinguished guests, it is truly an honor to speak to you on this momentous occasion. And perhaps a surprise to some, one person in mind would certainly be my Com 114 teacher, who gave me 2 C's on my first 2 speeches of my freshman year, stating that I did not feel comfortable speaking in front of large groups. I disagreed with her then, and maybe it's not too late to change that grade? I think it is. And I'll admit, when I was first asked to speak here today, I was a bit hesitant, largely in part because the last time I was asked to come to Elliott Hall was for orientation. That decision ended up costing my parents $140,000. And more, that's right. So I'm sure you understand my hesitation. At any rate, I want to thank all of you for being here today. I can say that I never expected I would be standing here when I wound up in Indiana, flip-flops, surfer clothes, and all. I came to the Midwest having lived my entire life in Southern California, where people honestly believe that Purdue is an Ivy League school. In fact, in my hometown of Seal Beach, where several streets are named after prominent colleges, Purdue Street rests between Harvard, Stanford, and Yale. So naturally, I knew getting accepted into Purdue was a big deal. And Purdue has truly delivered on a first-class education and an incredible student life for us all. In Malcolm Gladwell's popular new book, Outliers, he comments that successful people are largely products of their environment and the opportunities that they have been given. I personally feel that we have all been incredibly blessed to have received such a fine education with a reputable name to back it up. As with the streets in my hometown, people all over the world know the Purdue name. And with that emblazoned on our diplomas today, our success is limitless. Just as I believe my involvement in my high school activities helped me qualify me for Purdue, I know that the experiences from my time here have accelerated the realization of my dream job, following in the footsteps of my grandfather by becoming a pilot in the United States Air Force. Thank you. And I know that there are many other stories just like mine sitting here in the audience today, all made possible by a Purdue education. Schoolwork aside, Purdue has had a profound effect on me simply because of its geographical location. The Midwest has instilled in me a refreshed sense of values, traditions, truths, and service, all of which are sometimes overlooked in our lives today. Values within the family, passed on by generation, traditions of hard work, loyalty, and respect for your fellow man, truths in life and relationships, and selfless service to God, country, and greater mankind. These values have poured into the Purdue student body. When the massacre at Virginia Tech occurred during our freshman year, students stood outside day and night, raising money and collecting somber notes and prayers to send to the grief-stricken campus. More recently, dozens of student organizations have stepped up to rush thousands of dollars in aid to assist Haiti in earthquake relief efforts. Whenever there has been a need, Purdue students have recognized it, and you have selflessly excelled. Examples of compassion like these assure that the tradition of generosity that America has always shown will always be, that our values will continue to put those in need before ourselves. It is places like Purdue, nestled in the heartland of America, that guarantee the truths and traditions that define our civilization and make up our national heritage will continue to be passed on and always hold the promise of the future. These truths and traditions are strong here in the Midwest, and I am proud to have a chance to defend them through my new job. As we all know, there are and will always be certain times when wonderful celebrations such as our commencement today must be conducted amongst billowing clouds. Lodged in a time of economic struggles, it is no secret that many here today are still searching for means of employment. While this is difficult and temporarily frustrating, we take comfort in knowing that we live in a country where even on the darkest day, the sun will still shine. Where for hundreds of years, opportunity has abounded, provided you work hard for it. Life is a storm. You can bask in the sunlight at one moment and be shattered on the rocks the next. And just as the smooth sea never made a skillful mariner, what will make you stand out is what you do when that storm comes. You must stare down adversity, stand up on your own, and do your best, knowing there's nothing you can't handle. And if you do that, no goal is out of reach. We must never expect life to come to us, for true success is to be earned, not wished for. Thankfully, we can always count on a nation of endless opportunity, and this class of Boilermakers should always be proud of that. But today, having arrived at this capstone in our lives, it is America that should be proud of this class of Boilermakers. Congratulations and hail Purdue.